Well, hello, Mr.
How are
Raj.
you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Enjoying the Florida weather. So,
Yeah, yeah. No, I get you. I'm enjoying the Georgia weather,
mm,
and I want to take a minute just to welcome everybody to Self Care. Today is a very special day because I have my brother from another mother, Rajai Kaldani. He is a quantum energy healer. He's amazing. We work really well together because we all are gifted, right? And whether or not we choose to access our gifts is always a question. We have, but Rajai and I have complementary gifts. So when we work together, we can boost someone's healing exponentially. What I'd like to do before we even get started is, Rajai, would you share with people why you got into energy healing, why it became your first language, not your second language,
all
and
right.
all that good stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I had my own health crisis, so to speak, where my health was failing, wasn't doing well. Everything from chronic pain to um, fatigue, foggy brain. And I stumbled across frequencies. So I stumbled across a PEMF device that I started using, and that completely transformed my world and actually helped me recover. And so I delved deep into that world, and I got involved with all kinds of different frequency tools. And as I worked more and more with that, I've had opportunities to kind of like also delve into my own energy, right? My own ability to heal. And it took me a while to like really build my own belief system about it. It was kind of like the universe was putting situations in my way that allowed me to kind of really take advantage of an opportunity, right? It was most of the time, or at least the early times, were all like emergency types of opportunities, but it allowed me to step into something that showed me, hey, this is real. I can do this. I have the ability to actually help people, and I have. And it's
You
always kind
help me. You help me daily.
of right.
We help
Well,
each other daily, right? But
absolutely. And
you've helped way more than just me. I mean, you shift people's pain in moments, right? They have physical pain, emotional pain. All of a
yeah.
sudden, like, oh, are you doing something? Right?
Right. Absolutely. And I have to commend you because really you've been an integral part of my journey because you push me more than anyone than anyone I know. And
I am known for being a pusher, not a drug pusher, but the
right,
other
a
pusher.
pusher of energy and pusher of really belief, right? Because a lot of it has to do with your own belief system about what's possible for you.
Yeah, and that's what I want to share before we get started. Are you before I share the other half? Are you complete on that or?
Yeah, well, I would just like to say that I'm doing this now almost daily. Actually, I am doing it daily, and I just love the work, and it's profound, right? And
Mhm.
what I love about it is people get results without, you know, all the harmful stuff that you might get from other methods of trying to quote unquote heal. So,
And that's a big deal, right? And so I'll dovetail that. I was using all those harmful things, 50 drugs, right?
yeah,
At one time.
yeah,
So basically, if you're watching this show and you're embarrassed about what you think you may have done or didn't do, I beat you already to the punchline. So there's nothing that you can tell me that you did that was stupid and whatever. I already did it.
mm,
You're not going to surprise me. You don't have it. You can't be, you can't be embarrassed. I mean, you can choose to be embarrassed, but I already did it for you. So don't worry. What else did I want to tell you? So, I've always known at a soul level, that we, our mind, our thoughts create our current reality. And, and also the people, the company that you keep, right, is really critical, because if you're keeping company with people who are Debbie Downers, or people who just don't want to see for themselves the greatness that they have, then guess what? You are going to have that in your etheric field. And so for those who don't understand that part, our etheric field is like 7 layers out. It's our future. And as Dr. Patrick Porter of Brain Tap has said, it's not really that the issues are in the tissues. The issues are in the field, people. The issues are in the field. And then it comes into the tissues. Cancel, because I don't want to bring anything bad in. And then it comes into the tissues. And so what I also know is that, and I'm not going to tell you what dimension it is, because that's private property. Woohoo! But you can go into a specific dimension to shift the thought forms for people, right? Now, we know that for generations, people have been doing this, and they did this for harm. Welcome to the Healing Club. We're going to help you. So I was disabled for 4 years, over-medicated for 2 decades, and I am here to change the world. Reframe mental health. Not just for you, but for every single solitary person on the planet. So let's get the party started.
Nice.
Anything you want to add beforehand, or?
Yeah, actually, this is an interesting point that I like to make when it comes to mind. Placebo. We all know about the placebo effect, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. And I want to bring Dee in, by the way, because Dee Jenkins is in the backstage. So,
okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, and she understands the placebo effect. She's a brilliant mind. So, Dee, meet Rajai.
Hello,
Dee. Hi, Rajai.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Absolutely. Glad
Hello,
you're here.
Jodi. Rev.
So I'm just going to say this before you get started. The show is for entertainment purposes only. It's going across the screen. Thank you, YouTube. We're now complete on that. Go ahead.
Right. That's funny. So, everyone knows about the placebo effect, and it works. It's a real thing, right? I mean, literally, companies will measure their effectiveness on a drug based on placebo. If it could beat placebo by 1-2%, then they consider an effective drug. Now, what is the placebo? Really, it's a belief, right? It's a belief in something that with XYZ, if I do this or if I take this, it's going to help me heal. Now, it could be a sugar pill, it could be whatever, right? But the power of your own body's ability, right? So that thought form, that belief, it's faith, right? That faith activates healing. And that is a testament to how powerful our bodies are. We're quantum healing machines, and we can heal. But a lot of times we have belief systems that keep us from healing. So if we can upgrade those belief systems, then we can exponentially magnify our healing ability.
You're right. And I changed the I changed the address too, right?
Absolutely.
So let's get started with Dee, and then we'll have we have Barbie coming on today, and Steve, if you want to join, I'd love to have you join as well. We have Steve backstage. Excuse me. So Steve, I hear you should join. I've got something for you. All right. Dee, share with us, what would you like to shift? What pattern do you want to release? What does that look like for you?
So I tend to, at least more recent probably than anything, is overwhelm myself. I have very nice things that I want to do, and I start doing them, and then it just gets bigger and bigger, overwhelming, and then I get probably exhausted by it, even though I'm very motivated to get them all done. So currently I have things I want to do in my personal life with my home and arrangements and purging things and doing that type of stuff. And then in work, you know, additional things I want to add to my practice and stuff like that. And then that was that. Homework, there's something else. A lot of it has to do with organization, clearing my space so that it's less stressful. So I'm trying to reduce stress quite a bit.
Okay.
Oh, and then personally is reaching my personal goals with fitness and, you know, body contouring and all that stuff on my own, and nutrition and all that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So all those things are positive, and it's just a matter of getting them all done.
Okay. So cool. And then I'm going to bring on Steve, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth on the healing, because your body's going to need time for integration. So let me bring on Steve and ask him to share what he would like to do. Hi, Steve. How are you? You can I can unmute you. I think.
Yes, I just unmuted myself. Great to be on the call, Jodi. And I'm sorry, I can't see. I'm actually driving as we meet, so I can't see your name.
Don't worry about it. So we've got Rajai. I don't want you trying to read this. You focus on driving. With that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute you, and I'm wondering if you have more than one app or something open that needs to close. So when you come to a safe place of stopping, go ahead and check that and close out the other apps. Maybe you're on YouTube or something and watching us there as well. Okay. So go ahead and do that. I'll get pinged when I know that you're ready. Spirit will ping me, and I'll unmute you. And meanwhile, we'll start with D. Okay. Okay. There we go. So, so we're looking at fitness, body contouring, overwhelm. So in organization. So the first thing I'm going to do is rewire your brain. So rewire the right side, and tell us how you're feeling as we do this, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Rewire the right side. Ooh. The left side, please. Wow. Okay. I'm getting there.
Trying to relax a little bit.
And now, oh, and we have we have like 5 people backstage. Okay. And we're going to remove the interference between the atlas and the spine. I see that. Okay. Remove. Okay. Remove the interference. God, bring. So I'm going to put D and everybody here. We're going to put everybody into the vortex and onto the crystal knot. And in the vortex, we have 3 third eyes. So there are 3 purple third eyes. We've shown them on the show before. We're not going to do that today. If you want to get your pocket prayer card, you can write me for that. Now we're going to access the golden eye, which is our manifestation, and the aura eye, which pushes out the manifestation to infinity. There you go. And we're going to access Saint Germain's violet flame on the left, the Christ consciousness straight up, and we're bringing in all the guides. And so the first question is, does everyone have the right spirit guides? No. Okay. Does D have the right spirit guides? No. Permission to have God switch out your spirit guides? D. Yes? D? I'm just good. D, do I have permission to have God switch out your spirit guides? Okay, good. All right. Oh, that was quick. There you go. Now, is the brain rewired? Good. Your mom is here? She was a Virgo,
Oh,
right?
good.
Yeah, your mom was a Virgo,
No, she
right?
was a Capricorn. Dad's a Virgo. Mom's a Capricorn.
Okay. Well, they're bringing in your Virgo energy, which is the organization,
Okay.
right?
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you have an emotion of overwhelm, right? So we're going to do all clear protocol on overwhelm.
okay.
Whoa.
Yes.
Got it. All clear protocol on disorganization, not being able to put pieces in their place. That goes back to childhood. It was an imprint, a thought form.
Okay. I always felt I was more organized in childhood.
And you were, but there was a teacher who imprinted on you, and it came to the surface because the imprint needed to be released. So that's why the disorganization came in.
Okay.
Okay. Raj, are you hearing anything? Or are you pushing on the energy that I got?
Well, I was definitely doing that, but I am getting, we need to release, well, obviously the stress pattern, reset that vagus nerve, and we need to remove the energy of worry.
All clear protocol on worry and fear.
Do you have a lot of worries, Dee? Do you find yourself, you worry a lot?
I do, but not like actively, but I think internally, yes.
More of like a subconscious.
And a lot of it has to do with a lot of it has to do with my mother. Also, she was a crucial point to our family and took care of a lot of stuff. And I feel like I have to not only continue my life, but also fill her shoes while she's not here with things that she did.
Yeah.
So every time you're speaking, we're clearing it.
Okay.
Whatever the worry is, we're clearing it, giving it to God, transmuting it to source, all clear protocol.
Okay.
There was a clock inside of you. So I actually reset the clock.
Okay.
And now we're taking your Merkaba and gyroscope and we're anchoring it to God, to source. There we go. And the chakras. Oh, they actually need to be cleared. I'm hearing sacral chakra is kind of murky, right? It's funny, I can never remember the order of the chakras, but they just tell me which one.
And I'm not sure what the chakras each all stand for, but I know I'm familiar with chakras, of course, but not what each stands for or what each does.
Yeah, so that's my issue too. So I'm just going to look it up. So the sacral chakra is the second from the lowest. It's associated with emotions, creativity, pleasure, sexuality, and sensuality. And when balanced, allows for healthy emotional expression, creative flow, and fulfilling sexual experience. So now I want to say that in order to have a fulfilling sexual experience, you need to have your space clean and organized, because otherwise your brain goes to these things that these patterns or these interferences, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To bring that relationship. Okay. So all clear protocol. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're actually keeping your space in a disarray or not organized as a way to keep yourself disconnected from an intimate relationship, because then you can't bring them in.
I agree that was one of that. I think that's how it started. And then I thought, okay, because I was supposed to do one thing at a time and then another space and do that one thing at a time and organize it. But instead I did the whole thing at once. And then I thought, okay, that keeps people out of my space.
So I'm
like, now I don't want that anymore. So I'm trying to clear up the space and let that person in or a person in.
Yeah. So I want to bring in
But
the
now I'm
energy.
so overwhelmed. Yeah.
My own.
Okay, well, okay. I cleared your overwhelm. Go ahead, Raj. You were going to bring in something. I apologize.
Yeah, the energy that I am good enough. I think that's something that you've been struggling with, right? Kind of like
Yeah,
trying
definitely.
to fit into like an idea of what you should be, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
So take a deep breath and feel that breath actually filling in to the heart. So you're breathing into the heart and expanding, breathing into the stomach. Let's go down to the sacral. And as you're there, we're going to go ahead and infuse that energy of I am good enough. I want you to feel that. Feel that vibration and that energy. Feel it empower you. And then release. And let's do that one more time. And let's anchor that in.
Whoa. Okay, there I felt that. Did you feel that, Dee? We're having a bad connection.
Feel it in your heart. So I am good enough.
Okay, I'm removing the heart walls.
Hmm.
There it goes. All clear protocol. Remove heart walls, please. Wow.
Yes.
You should feel lighter. Like you should feel more kind of like, man, refreshed. Almost like, yes, I am. Right?
Yes.
You're remembering who you are.
Yes, I am.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I felt something.
Mm-hmm, me too.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good practice, just to practice that every day, spend a minute or two in the morning, until that's fully anchored into every fiber of your being.
Okay, I'm getting anger. We got to a layer of the heart that has anger in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do the all clear call on anger. It goes deep, deep, deep to past lifetimes. There you go. And it's anger at men in particular. Anger with men for betraying you in the past lifetimes. Wow.
Wow.
Pull it out. Tinkerbell, thank you. The girls are in another room. They are just going to type in energetically. Otherwise, it's too much energy for them. There it goes. The anger's leaving. Thank you, Tinker.
Okay, I want to also add that once you remove the anger, you also want to remove resentment.
Yeah, and the fear. Yeah, and the fear, right?
And the fear, because in that order, because what happens is once the anger is gone, then it shifts up to resentment and all that. So we need to clear that as well, even proactively.
Okay, it's leaving. Resentment's almost gone. I'm doing something different today. I don't know what I'm doing.
And now let's bring in acceptance.
I'm releasing fear before we go to acceptance, honey.
Okay.
Fear's almost gone. It's out. Self-love and acceptance. Yep.
Yep. So let's anchor that in.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Self-love and acceptance.
So Dee, I'm going to ask you, what are you capable of doing?
Everything.
Anything you want.
That I
right?
want.
Absolutely. So you don't need to put things off anymore. Just do it.
Yeah. It's all good things.
Yeah, and I actually want to address the take the tears and put them in your mouth.
Okay. It'll be salty.
Hey, it's healing. They're hormones in the tears. I did it the other day and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm like, Raj, next time I cry, make sure you put those tears in my mouth.
I'll go that way.
Okay, so I want to go back to organizing that house. Okay.
Okay.
And you did lots of different rooms. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What was what I'm
And
hearing?
it's okay to purge too, right?
Oh, you want to purge. Less is
Yeah.
more, right? Less is more.
Yes.
And sometimes we have to go from room to room in order to piece it all together, right?
Yeah.
So it's completely okay to do the whole house together and not do room by room. It's actually
Okay.
almost not possible not to do that, because
Okay.
if you're recreating and co-creating with the universe, right? And for me, Jesus,
Right.
then the pieces are not necessarily going to be all in the same room. Right. So
Yes.
you have to just play. But the thing is about the process. We don't want to elongate the process. We don't want it to go
Okay.
out for 5 months. You can do it probably in a few weeks, get it all together.
Oh, good. That was my goal.
Yeah. Then invite the universe, invite,
Okay.
Jesus, invite source Jesus to help you bring in space for your partner
Okay.
to be. So I used to sleep on one side of the bed to bring
Yeah.
in my partner. I left room in the closet. All right.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. How are you doing?
Good.
I
I
love
want
you.
that energy to be able to do it all, because I can't do it all just on the weekends. I want energy even in the evening to do it. I'll do some part of it so that I'm spacing out a little bit at a time, but collectively it's a lot during the week. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a concept in thought form that says, I get home, I rest.
Yeah. In fact, I crash.
So clear that.
Okay.
And replace it with, hey, I get an opportunity to beautify and create my temple. You have the physical temple here, the body, and the temple that
Yeah.
we live in, our home, our other
Yeah.
home. Okay.
Okay.
All clear protocol in that concept and thought form. Oh, that was deep. Ow.
Mm.
Ow. There's like a stab in the heart. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay, I got to do something. There's a trap in
Okay.
another. Okay, remove it from the other dimension. Release her. There we go. You were being punished.
Why?
Somebody didn't like what you're up to. That's all. Dark energy. Okay.
Okay.
So now is she released? I'm going to rewrite your Akashic records with the permission of yourself and Jesus, so that you cannot be trapped in another dimension.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Permission.
There we go. Wow. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that level of protection of his light on you?
Yeah, I feel in my head, like head down to, it's moving down through my body, starting with the crown here.
That's Jesus coming in, sending you his love, his light, his protection. And I'm going to rewrite your record so that there's no more suffering and no more surviving, only thriving.
Nice.
Wow. Ooh, the heart got light. Did you feel that?
Feel like floating there.
Bring in the light of thriving and living on purpose. Okay, so we're at 3:30. So I'm going to, are you cool Are you good, Dee?
I feel good. I feel a lot lighter.
So let us know how your energy levels are when you walk into the house now. Okay.
Okay.
Let us know if you don't feel like we removed the blocks of you creating and co-creating with the universe for your highest good.
Okay.
There's a little something in your heart. Let me get that out. Raj, will you help me heal her heart real quick?
Yep.
There's like a little hole in the heart, like almost if she was stabbed or something.
Yeah, I kind of feel it right up here.
Yeah, me too. Same place. We're both touching the same place.
Yeah. Here, I gotta, let me see if I can.
Can you take your new wand?
Yeah, I'm wanding it right now. So transmuting that area.
Mm-hmm. It's a past lifetime wound.
Mm. Mm.
So I'm filling it with the essence of rose quartz, which is all about self-love. There you go. Okay, that's what we needed. I feel it now. Do you feel a little bit better, Dee?
Yes.
Okay. So we're anchoring in self-love. Wow. Self-acceptance. And self-awareness of when you've had enough. Like
Okay.
I've done, apparently I'm getting
The
balloons.
balloons.
I want balloons.
Acceptance when I've had enough. Like I did an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours of work on my home. I'm good. Now I'm going to decompress or I'm going to go for a walk. And you're going to love yourself where you're at.
Okay. Good.
Like accept yourself and listen to your body and listen to your mind.
Yes.
Okay. Secondly. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to
you
meet
both.
you.
You
Yeah,
too.
and
You
report
too.
back to us and let us know how this works for you, okay?
Okay. Definitely will.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to put you backstage.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And you can stay and listen if you want. All right. And Barbie, we're going to add Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Oh, you are muted. Let me.
I just unmuted it.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Meet my friend Rajai.
Hi, Barbie. How are
Nice
you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So I was noticing we had more text message. Some people are texting trying to get on or whatever. But so Barbie and I met just the other week. She is also in the let's do this differently business, right?
Right.
For sure.
So Barbie, what blockages or patterns do you want to release? Or what do you want to bring into your field, for your highest good? You have an angel. Can you move to one side or the other? Go the other way now for me. Yeah, that's an angel. Okay. You have an angel back there. Huh. Female ancestor.
Female.
Ancestor. Very strong. Interesting. Okay. So they'll tell us why they're here in a minute. Why are you here?
I would like to remove toxicity from previous engagements that were long term, and to heal myself to get out of my own way.
Mm.
So out of your own way is recovery interference. So when there's an interference of us recovering from our past. Now that could be physically, emotionally, right? Spiritually. Oh, I just got chills. So like, Jodi, you could use a little of that too, you know. So here's the thing, you know, we all get, right, you know, we bring people who, right, who,
Mm-hmm. For sure.
yeah, who we, and we attract each other. Okay. So you don't have any toxins in your etheric field at all, not a one. I don't see a thing.
Huh.
Now, is it in her physical body? Do you feel like you have toxins in your body?
Yes. But I also feel there's emotional that I've been working on trying to release.
Got it. So I'm looking at the man-made ones.
Okay.
And there's not a thing there. So like you're clean of that. That's impressive, by the way. I mean, we all have some, but they're like, that's not an issue. So now we do need to look at the emotions. And yes, that's where we're at. Okay. Your heart hurts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to first do a heart fracture recovery.
Can we put, she's still in the vortex. Everyone's in the vortex. I was just double checking. So yeah, we have to do soul fractures. You want to do heart fractures? I'll do soul fractures.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do the soul fracture first.
It's complete. And heart fractures.
Okay. And Barbie, I'd love to, if you're feeling anything, I'd love to hear any feedback there. But
okay, she's not open to receive yet. That's the issue. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Barbie, is put on, just tell God that you're willing. Are you a Jesus follower or source God? How do you refer?
I'm Jewish, so.
Okay, so I was born Jewish and converted to Christianity. And like, I find everybody perfect exactly where they're at, right? So for you, we're just using what's preferable, God or source? Source, yeah, source is like the source of all. That's how, you know, so God. Okay, so that's perfect. So hello, we have Naima here and Chris here. Say hello, hello. Okay, so
I'd like for you actually to
I see.
do an exercise with me, if you don't mind. So take your left hand. Imagine your heart in your left hand. Okay. Visualize it. Feel the pain that's been there, right? Kind of like just see it. And now what we want to do is we want to bring in source energy. We want to bring God, source energy, right into that heart and see it, witness it, healing in your hand. Releasing all the trauma, the heartache, the disappointment, the anger, the regret, and the grief.
And the resentment.
And the resentment.
And the fear. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
And feel it just coming back to life, right? Coming, like just becoming more vibrant, almost like, you know, it's a young teenager's heart, right?
There you go. And she receiving. You're receiving now. Good job.
And whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like the healing is complete on your heart, I want you to go ahead and bring that right back in. Bring it into your field. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe in to that heart. And breathe out.
Can I cut cords with the past?
Yes, please.
I just did. I kind of went off in this thing, and I didn't know where they were taking me. We cut cords with your past, not just this lifetime, but all lifetimes.
My hand feels lighter.
Your what feels lighter?
My hand, looking at my left hand.
Yeah, your heart's not as heavy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt it getting really heavy, and now I'm feeling it getting lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You were a healer for many lifetimes. And let me see if I'm allowed to share this out. So like me, you were punished, okay, for your gifts. But that's not this lifetime. That's your past. And we're clearing the trauma on the past, all clear protocol on these past traumas where you were punished for being the beauty and the healer. And, and I say Christ consciousness, not like you have to believe in Christ, but Christ is really just about love. So that consciousness is the love of humanity. Mm. And you carried that. You've carried it for lifetimes. And it doesn't matter who you believe in, because you just carry the love of humanity with you. And so, right.
Yeah.
And you're sad because you're like, why am I being punished for bringing love? And like, that's not okay. And it stops you from speaking, because I felt your throat chakra was blocked, which he's now releasing. I hereby give you freedom to speak your truth, to live by your highest values, and to seek what you want to seek for your highest good. I hereby remove interferences that stop you from being the best version of who you're meant to be. I anchor in love, peace, and freedom to be who you are, not based on somebody else's expectations, but who you want to be. I give you that, sister. You want to receive that?
Yes.
Say, I receive that.
I received that.
And now it's yours.
That's
Wow.
funny, because that describes me to ET. That's
Mm-hmm.
I am. I always I was.
That's exactly who you are. I know exactly who you are. Mind you, Barbie and I really just talked for the first time today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, you're feeling a lot lighter right now.
Drink your tears.
There's a little, like there wasn't much there, but
take it. The hormones are in the tears.
You don't need much.
No, you don't need much. I was having a meltdown and I drank my tears. I'm like, all of a sudden, just fine. Drink your tears.
Yeah, so Barbie, I just want to reiterate, right? So self-forgiveness, right? We got to clear that just from your field, right? Because it's been a pattern that there were some forgiveness issues, self-forgiveness issues that had to be released and cleared from the field. And guilt. Just go ahead. Release.
So I'm looking something up while you're doing this, Raj. Mm-hmm. It's a video for everybody to watch on forgiveness. So
and when we forgive, whether it's forgive ourselves, which is the hardest thing to do, or other people, it's really about for you, right? You have to have that forgiveness to be able to move on and to build anew and to essentially break free, to have freedom, right? Freedom to be who you really are. So you owe it to yourself to forgive.
So when I led my very first healing in a church for a friend of mine, it was a unity church. So all religions are welcome. Buddha, Judaism, Christianity. I mean, name one that, it doesn't matter. Everyone's welcome. And I just sent you both, and I also posted it here. But I sent you the video of it. I didn't know what God had planned for me to help heal this man, my friend Michael Murphy Burke. And what came in, and I just was doing what I was told, was forgiveness. And the reason is, if we do not forgive ourselves for everything, quite frankly, or something better, meaning like we don't know in our human form how much we need to do. So we let God carry that for us. We will harm our own cells, since our body is like 75 to 85% water, which is great. And then I learned that our cells are 90% water. And when we understand that the water holds the emotion, and then that will feed whether or not we have dis-ease or health, you really want to focus on forgiving yourself for all the little minor hiccups, all the silly things. Not only, I'm going to go a step further. Don't just forgive yourself. Find levity in it. Find the humor. Oh, that was funny. Like the other day, I dropped a couple eggs on the floor. I'm like, scrambled. Easy. Where's the fire? So we have to find levity. We have to find levity. We have to find humor. And I'm going to anchor in humor. Can I bring Dee on? Because I feel like this is for her as well. Dee, can I bring you on? Yeah, I think that's a yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to bring you guys on together, because now there's a synergy where we want to really bring in, for both people, Barbie and Dee, the frequency of forgiveness, finding joy, finding finding the humor in our humanness. There you go. I'm sending that to you now. There you go. Wow. And where are we? Is there anything, Barbie, that you want to anchor in? Like important for you to anchor in? Because we took the toxicity is, there is no chemical toxicity. Your emotional toxicity has been greatly reduced. This is an ongoing practice, by the way. There's an all clear protocol on my website, which I'll share with you. And I'll also put it, and you can just practice that protocol. It's free for everybody, to clear belief systems and, all that other good stuff. And let's go. And Raj, do you want to, is there anything else that you think that we need to cover before we complete?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that all this is a process, right? We kind of need to take time to work on ourselves every day, and even if we just do a little bit every day, right? I think over time we make a tremendous amount of progress if we're consistent with it. And I want to anchor in the courage to work on yourself every day, right? Right, because it does take courage, I think, to move and to continue to move in that direction. And we have to be strong when sometimes we don't feel strong, right? So I think that's really important, because, yeah, I mean, it's a dynamic thing that we're a part of. It's not static. It's changing all the time. You know, we're always faced with challenges, our own and other people's, right? And so I think when we move forward in the world with that sense of courage and that sense of inspiration and that sense of like, hey, I can be anything I want. I just need to move in that direction. And even if it's a little bit every day, I will get to my destination.
Mm. You know, I'm going to end with a story because I know Raj has to go, and we try to keep these under a certain amount of time so that we can post these on TikTok. As most people know, I was disabled for 4 years, and I couldn't walk. I couldn't lift my arms. I couldn't even get a 6-ounce glass of water to my mouth. And my exercise is walking down the stairs to get the mail. That was my exercise. Until I was walking 7 miles a day. So it's 1 foot in front of the other, people. You can do it. Look, I'm just a kid on the street. I'm no better or worse than either one of you or anybody else here in the universe. So if I can put 1 foot in front of the other and just make it down the stairs, well, it's 2 flights to get my mail, until the day I was able to do 7 miles. You can do whatever it is that you want. Because I'm just a kid on the street. No different than you. Can you take it on?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's powerful in a lot of ways.
I love you guys. I love you
you too.
all.
Love
Love you all.
too.
You guys are perfect.
Yeah, both of you have really great energy, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely feel a lot lighter.
Yeah, me too.
I just let go of a lot.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It feels good to release.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yes.
It does. Yes.
So, one reminder before we go. If you cry or when you cry, it's the cheapest medicine on the planet, man.
Right?
And my girlfriend, where is she? This one right here. She's the one who told me about it. So there you go. Well, she told me about how the tears had hormones. And she may have told me that you could drink your tears, but Dr. JR, I remember him telling me I could drink my tears. She's the one who introduced me to the fact that the tears had hormones. Okay. And then she may have said you can drink the tears. I don't know. Forgive me, Chris, if I messed that up. But I remember JR telling me, Dr. JR Highs telling me we could drink the tears and that'll help. And it works, man. And, you know, and if you don't remember this, it's okay. Somebody else will come around and remind you. And, you know.
All right.
All right. So I want to thank everybody. And we're going to put you backstage. And I'm going to run my ending for the show. I'm learning how to navigate my technology, right? Thank you. And I sent you guys private messages for the information that we referenced here. And it's also in the thread for the show. All right?
Right.
Nice to meet you both.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you too.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So take Raj, thank you. And if everybody wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
So 847-754-8555, or you can go to getthefrequency.com.
Right. And I'm 847-738-0242. SusanEssentials.com or Jodi at SusanEssentials.com. And also all this information is in the show. So without further ado, sending you love, brother. All right.
Likewise. Thank you.
Mhm.
Have a